guys, Tom here with RV Medic and Solar. Welcome to another episode of Boondocking with Solar. Today we're going to be talking about installing a shunt-based battery monitor. The one we have here today is the Aili, A-I-L-I, out of China, but it's a fairly good battery monitor for the money. We'll unbox it here. Comes with English instructions. The one we have has a 350 amp shunt or amp sensor. It's wired inline on the negative side. Also, we have the meter here. It's mounted in the wall somewhere. And it comes with a 2-meter cable, which is only 6 feet, which is not really good. So I also recommend that you buy a separate 16-foot cable to install the meter. Also available, all of this is available on Amazon. You'll notice on this shunt that it's marked with a B- on one side and a P- on the other side. The B- is where your negative battery cable hooks, and the P- is the side that all of the loads and chargers hook to. The other thing that you need that's not included in this is a power cable. I like to use anywhere from 14 to 22 gauge wire with an inline fuse. 2 to 3 amps is fine, but this will plug in right up here, be tightened down by a little flathead screw. Then the inline fuse is down here right next to the battery. Let's go get this thing installed. All right guys, as you can see, we've got our demo panel here, the back side of which has our solar controller, positive cutoff switch, PV cutoff switch, battery, and a small inverter, all of this for demonstration purposes. So we're going to install our battery monitor into this system. We've got everything laid out here. I've got the shunt here in my hand. Let me loosen up the terminals on it. First thing we want to do is get it all set up. So I'm going to install the power cable right up here in the top. Tighten it down with a real tiny little flathead screw in there. Be sure you have a small screwdriver. As with any connection, make sure they're good and tight. Go ahead and install our cable for the monitor as well. All right. Now, we've chosen a place to mount this. Right here on our board. So we'll go ahead and mount it up. Alright, tighten it down real good so it's good and sturdy. Set that out of the way for the moment. Alright, what did we say? We got B minus on this side. So that's the side that our battery cable hooks to. This is our negative bus bar. Negative battery cable goes on this side where it says B minus. Minus being, of course, for negative, B being for battery. Alright, got battery negative. Tighten that down real good. Alright. Then all of our loads and chargers go on the other side of the shunt. So that will be our negative bus bar. Will connect here because all of our negatives, as you can see, the solar controller, the inverter, everything that's negative is connected there. So we will connect this directly to the shunt because we have homemade bus bars made out of pure copper. 1 inch by 1/4 inch thick copper bar. We make our own bus bars out of. Again, we want to make sure it's good and tight. Alright. And all of our negative loads will connect to that. Our charger is connected there. Positive loads are connected up here on the positive bus bar. I've got this wired up so that our solar is bypassing this switch so that we can charge whether we've got the loads turned on or not. This thing will charge when you're in storage. So, all right, let's power cable. We're going to mount this right over here in this wall that we created just for this purpose. I'm going to walk around to the other side to mount that. Other end of our cable goes right here. Only goes one way. We'll just store this out of the way for the moment. Alright, now we just need to power it up. We've got one end of our power cable here hooked to the battery side of the fuse. Put our little 2 amp fuse in here and away we go. We are now powered up. All right. Let's see if we can get her all set up and working. We're showing 12.87 volts, so that battery must be fully charged. We're showing 100% on it. It's a 75 amp battery. So let's turn on the solar. See what we get. Oh. We are putting 8.89 amps into the battery right now. And the little arrow is showing that it's positive. This one will show both positive and negative, charge and discharge. Currently right now, of course, it says it's charging because we've got the solar turned on. We're putting in 12.9 volts. So we're not doing a whole lot of charging, but we've got almost 8 amps. That can't be right because this is just a 100-watt panel. And that's not an MPPT controller. So that must be 0.8 amps. And I can't see it very well. I apologize. We will plug a load into this inverter. 100-watt light bulb, 100-watt panel, and 100-watt light bulb. Now we got 100-watt light bulb, and we are discharging at a rate of 5.3 amps. So 100 watts at 120 volts is about 0.88 amps at 120 volts, or 8.8 amps at 12 volts, 10 times as much. So we were putting in 3 or 4 and we're taking out 8, so we're -5. All right, guys. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I will try to respond to them. Have a great day. Get out there and boondock with solar.